Hey everyone, it's Deanna with Paperback Daydreamer. I just wanted to check in with you guys for my weekly vlog update and let you know how everything's going right now. Um, First off, today is September 10th, which means tomorrow is September 11th, and it's the 10-year anniversary since the World Trade Center, you know, terrorist attacks and all that. Here in the United States. So I just wanted everyone to just remember them tomorrow and take a moment to think about the families that lost loved ones, the people that sacrificed themselves, like the first responders, trying to save others, and all the other people that ended up passing away in that event. So I did want to take a moment to mention that. Um, so, yeah, that's all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to be disrespectful of moving on so fast, but um, it was something that was, terrible, and I don't want to stay on it for too long. So, in other news, let's just get down to books really quick, and then we will go on to life, and then I will sign off because I've got a lot of stuff to get done. So, this past week, I was able to finish One Grave at a Time. Um, and I know some people were not impressed with this book. Um, they, I know it probably wasn't my absolute favorite of the series, but I just missed Cat and Bones so much that I ended up giving it a really high score. Um, yeah, I probably shouldn't have given it a 5 out of 5 when you look back and compare them to the other books, but at the time, that's how I felt because I just really missed them as a couple and seeing all the characters in Janine's world. So, yeah, so it was a 5 out of 5 for me just because I really enjoyed it. Um, and then I was able to take time to read um, Dana Cameron's book in this series. Um, and it is. Sorry, I should have marked the actual first page of the series. Okay, so, anyways, Love Not by Dana Cameron. This one, she ended up signing for me, which I did not know the first time I told you guys about this. But this is her third short story in her Fangborn series. This is a series I do really enjoy. I will continue to read the short stories she comes up with for this. Um, I definitely hope she writes a book about it. I love her world. I think it's very unique the way she views vampires and werewolves and what their purpose in life is. It's a lot different than most other vampire werewolf books I read. It's just really unique and fun, and I love it. So, yeah, I really do hope she will write a novel or a series about it as a novel series, not just a short story series. Because this, I only get like 20 pages of funness and then I'm done. And it's very depressing. So I was happy to read that though. I will read the rest of the anthology at a later date. Um, yeah, but all I really wanted it for was Dana's short story. So, and then the third book I read this past week was The Lord of the Vampires by Gina Showalter. And this one is the first book in the Royal House of Shadows series, which I'm still very excited about. It's that series, 4 books. I'm sure everyone knows about this, but I still have to say it. So it's a series of 4 books about 4 different siblings, um, all having one basic goal in mind, um, but it's by 4 different authors. So it's kind of cool to think that, like 4 different authors had to write this series. They're all combined. Like they have to like intersperse with each other. Like whatever Janine talked about, the next person has to kind of pick up and make sure that they sound like it's from the same world and it's about the same siblings and it's about the same story. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. I really enjoyed this one. I did. I didn't want to put it down. I didn't want to, stop reading. This one I would have stayed up all night if I didn't have class the next morning to finish. Um, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed Jane and how strong she was, and I call him Nikolai. and that's what I'm guessing it's supposed to be, even though it throws me off with the AI at the end. But Nikolai, I thought that he had gone through something, really bad, and he'd been this slave for 20 years, so maybe his mind thought in a more barbaric tone, but I thought that made sense if you've been a slave for 20 years and the only time you're ever taken out is for people to have sex with you. The rest of the time, you're stuck in a cage, not really talking to anyone. So that's kind of what I thought when I went into it. I'm definitely ready for the second book to come out. My guess is it's going to be at the end of this month, since this one came out at the end of August. I know that my Impatiently Waiting says that the next one will be out in October, because that's kind of what they had tentatively said. So I'll keep it up as October just in case. But anyways, definitely ready for the next book in this series. So that's what I got to read this week. I'm a little upset because I'm way behind on my reading. I was supposed to get The Darkest Pleasure read by Thursday and The Darkest Prison read by Friday. But seeing as how it's Saturday, I did not get that done. So here's my plan. And we'll see if it works. I will eventually catch up. Like next weekend, I don't really have a lot going on besides homework. Wow, I'm a little out of it this morning, you guys. But anyways, so here's my plan. I'm planning on reading The Darkest Pleasure, finishing that this weekend, along with The Darkest Prison, which is 3.5, which is found in Into the Dark. So I'm planning on getting both of these read this weekend for sure, and getting The Darkest Pleasure up on Monday, the review for that, and The Darkest Prison up on Tuesday. And then Wednesday will be a day off, but not really. I'll still post something, just not a book review. There you go. I was about to say not book related, but that might not be the case. Anyways, and then I will read The Darkest Whisper. And this is, of course, the fourth book in the series. And I will get this one up on Thursday, hopefully. These are all tentative, everyone. So, anyways. So hopefully I'll get this one up. And, yeah, I'm going to be interested in reading that one. I'm not really sure how to feel about Sabian at this point. So, yeah. I'll see how I feel about that one. And then I will read The Darkest Angel, which is 4.5, and it's part of this anthology. But Gina Showalter, of course, is the lead author on this one. So that one will go up on Friday. So you'll get The Darkest Pleasure Monday, The Darkest Prison Tuesday, The Darkest Whisper Thursday, and The Darkest Angel Friday. Yeah, hopefully. And then I'll be kind of caught up. And be able to go from there. My goal still is to get this whole series read before the end of the month and the release of the 8th book, and that way I can be caught up with the series completely. I can get the 8th book's review up right after its release, and so yeah, hopefully that's what'll happen. Okay, so that's all my book stuff. Now, life-wise, things have been a little crazy. I've been staying up really late, either hanging out with my brother and sister-in-law and family, or trying to catch up on my reading, and then having to wake up really early for school. And it's kind of taking a toll on me. I am very stressed. I'm very tired. I get very angry easily at the moment. We were playing games last night, and I was just done playing the game, and I tried to get my sister to jump in. We were playing Catchphrase, so there's only 4 of us playing, and so my sister was just kind of sitting off to the side, and then, like, she would throw in answers for anyone who was having troubles, and that was fine, and so I was like, hey, jump into the game. And I was like, and I'm going to jump out, because I'm really tired. And then it caused, like, this whole thing where everyone was like, she was like, I don't want to play. And I was like, well, just play. And then everyone was like, Deanna, she doesn't want to play. Keep playing. And I was like, I'm getting really tired. I don't want to play anymore. And the next thing you know, like, I felt like I was the most evil person in the world. And I know it's just because I'm stressed out. I'm tired, I'm stressed. Um, it's really hard to balance when you have all of these classes for school, all of this homework to do. These aren't like podunk when you're freshman classes. These are like you're senior, and these are almost grad level classes, and they're hard, and you have to have homework every night, and you have to be studying for them and making sure you stay on top of your homework, and when your exams are coming up, and make sure you study for them. And it's very overwhelming. And then trying to keep up with my book blog, which isn't a stress for me for most of the time. Most of the time, keeping up with my book blog isn't a stress for me. The problem is I don't have enough time to keep up with everything at the moment. I know that they're leaving tomorrow, and I'm going to try to make today as best as I can. But I still really wish they would have come in the summertime or during a break. I love them to death. I'm glad they're here. Don't get me wrong. It's just so stressful trying to balance everything else. And I know a lot of people will be like, well, family's more important. Don't worry about your book blog. But that's like the only thing that keeps me sane right now is my book blog, and being able to talk to you ladies, and being able to check your blogs. And it's like the one passionate thing that I get to do that I absolutely love to do. I love going to school, don't get me wrong, but I do not like having homework assignments every day, and I do not like having to sit down and watch lectures on my own at home, or freaking study. Like, who likes to do that? I don't know. I love learning, don't get me wrong, but like the only thing that I can sit down and really love doing is reading books, and then sharing what I felt about them with you guys. Like, that is my getaway. So, of course, I'm not going to just throw that to the side. Like, it's not going to happen, because it's the only thing. Like, I would probably have a nervous breakdown by the beginning of this week if I didn't have reading. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I'm stressed to about the brink. I might have a nervous breakdown. I'm not really sure. Not really. I haven't had a nervous breakdown before. I don't plan on having one now. But I think things will get a lot better this next week, when they go back home and things kind of go back into a normal routine where I can come home and not feel like I have to entertain people, and I can, do my homework really quick, and then be able to sit down at night and like relax for a few hours before my bedtime and read, instead of reading into the night, and get some more sleep. So yeah, this week's been a little stressful. I'm sorry this blog isn't very exciting. I'm just stressed. But today's activities do include, I'm going to take them on a tour around campus to show them kind of like where all my classes are, where I go for my horse training class, show them kind of the agricultural side of things, and then take them to Call Hall. And Call Hall is part of the agriculture animal science buildings, but it also has the dairy bar. We do have a dairy unit. We have a lot of units out here, but we have the horse unit, the beef unit, which is for like feedlot steers, the dairy unit, the chicken unit, and the sheep unit. So we have all those. Obviously, we're an animal science, agricultural based college. We have the veterinary school here. So one of our things is the dairy unit, and all of the milk that they produce at the dairy unit goes to Call Hall, to the dairy bar. I think it also goes around town to other businesses, but the main is putting it at Call Hall, and they make their own ice cream. So you get delicious ice cream that is basically homemade, made fresh almost every day, and they also have like beef, different beef products, lamb products, chicken products. I mean, they have like everything there. So anything that's done in processing wise in any of our classes, like slaughtering of the beef animals and cutting different cuts like steaks and whatever else, all of those are put at the dairy barn, and people can read them. Read them, eat them. So anyways, that's kind of what our plan is today, is to do that and then hang out for the rest of the day. Their plane actually leaves at like 11 o'clock tomorrow, 10:30 or something like that in the morning. And it's a 2-hour drive to get to Kansas City, and they'll probably need more time than that with Cooper, my nephew. So my guess is they're going to have to leave pretty early tomorrow morning. Um, and tomorrow is basically going to be my sit down and do your homework. I don't care what you have to say about it, Deanna. So that's going to be my weekend. I was not planning on talking this long, you guys. It's after 15 minutes, but YouTube lets you upload videos past 15 minutes. Yay! So anyway, that's kind of what's going on in my life right now. I am way, 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 way behind on your guys' blogs. And again, I've said this before, but I understand, like, I don't want to not go visit your guys' blogs because you guys are my friends. I love hearing your feedback on different things, getting to know you through your posts. But it's also one of those things where you guys aren't going to want to come to my blog and check mine out if I'm never coming to your guys's. Like, it's a give and take thing. Friendships are just like that. Relationships are just like that. And so it's like, I have all my friends that have been commenting, very well on my blog the past few days, and I have not been to their blog for a while, like a week. So, anyways, I'm going to try to get caught up on that, and we'll see how it goes. So other than that, that's all that's been going on. And hopefully I can get caught up on everyone's stuff next week and keep caught up on my books, which hasn't been happening in school. See, that's all I got. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good weekend. I know it's Saturday already, so have a good one more day of your weekend before a full week of school and work, because after a 4-day week of school and work, a 5-day week is probably going to be really long. So anyways, I hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will definitely talk to you soon via Twitter or blog comments. Take care, everyone.